Hello guys, a new podcast. I'm Enzo.
And I'm Luca. Hello.
Introduce
Should I
like
introduce myself? Okay. So I'm Luca from France, and I'm 28 years old. I've been in Japan since last September now, and yes, enjoying this life. So should we proceed?
thank you. Yeah, I think we can. We were off the camera. We were talking about karaoke, so I think we can still talking about it. Like karaoke. Oh, by the way, how is karaoke in France? Like in Brazil, it's more common like bar karaoke, like not these like Japanese style of box karaoke's.
Yeah, I think like in France, like we have this karaoke culture, but more at like parties, house parties. So we don't. There are like bars for karaoke, but it's usually like a big stage in front of everybody. So like you gotta be confident in your singing if you go there, and usually it's more like 40 years old people going there because like, it's kind of the new kind of parties. So it can be very embarrassing. I never tried actually, but most of the time it's just like going on YouTube and like putting the caravan videos and you just sing and everybody's putting like in the playlist the songs and it's just like between friends. So we don't have really karaoke like in Japan. It's very different.
So yeah, it's like Brazil. It's the same thing. It's bar karaoke. Is you everybody has seats and like here everybody singing and yeah it's bad because everybody like I think almost like a lot of people don't know how to sing or they are too drunk or they just sing like normal, so it's I don't like bar karaoke because of that. Like usually I like because like you sing with your friends and even though it's bad but like you know them, but like you have to hear everybody and it's like quite long because it's a lot of people, so like this table after this table, so you don't get to sing a lot too.
Yeah, you have to wait. You have to wait very long for
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's very nice this like box like when you and it's I would say it's quite cheap, like 1,500 yen for like almost all night or all the night. It's very nice. Yeah.
The thing like about karaoke here is that well, first when you come here because you want to study Japanese, karaoke is a very good way of studying Japanese because you have also like all the you have to read super fast when you want to sing. You have all the kanjis, but you have also the readings above, so which like makes it kind of a also way to study Japanese, let's say. And also they have a lot of English songs. Like I think maybe 50% of the songs are English songs, so it's not like you're not going there and just singing anime songs. Like if you don't want to, you can just sing something else. But also, yeah, like you said, it's super cheap. It's very cheap. Like the fact that you can stay in your own room for so long, and like usually we just fall asleep there. Like it happened already. Like, you can stay from like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning, and this would never exist anywhere. Also, the fact that you can like go outside, go to the combini, buy drinks, and bring it back, and you can just go and in and out, and you do whatever you want. Nobody's ever going to tell you anything. It's just like that's the culture of the parties here. Also, that's also a thing is like here you cannot really do parties like at least like we do in France. So here, like the parties are karaoke. So usually it's just like izakaya, and you eat there, you get a bit drunk, and then you go to karaoke, and then you can like really get drunk, or even if you don't drink, you can just like spend the night there and do whatever you want.
I think something different too is like usually in Brazil after a party ends, usually people go home or like I don't know, they sleep on the middle of the street. But like here they are like, oh, I don't wanna pay, like I don't wanna waste all my money on like taxes. So like they are like, oh, I'm going to sleep on karaoke until the first train comes. This is very different to me. Like it's funny. It's funny. I think it's very different, but it's cool also that you can do that.
And also that there are some people, some international that told me that when there is, for example, like a typhoon or something, it's also very common that the karaoke's get super crowded because people will go there and take a room for the whole night and just sleep there. There's no shower, of course, but I mean, you spend the night there for I don't know, like 1,500 yen for the whole night, and you can accommodate probably like 5 people. And if you all also like want to sleep on the floor, you can. So that's also like how easy it is to just go there and sleep there. I don't know. I cannot even think that any people in France would think of doing this because you would be too afraid of like getting kicked out or like even sleeping like this in the karaoke where you cannot lock the door. I don't know. This is also this is a whole big part of the culture here. I think the karaoke, also like the manga cafe and stuff like this. Yeah, and the manga cafe has showers.
I never went. Did you go?
I've been once only, but was not about manga. He was only playing PC, playing World of Warcraft. That's all.
Did you spend the night?
No. Almost, but we left at like for 5 a.m. I think.
Oh, okay. So
Uh,
basically,
this is, and it's also super cheap, like 1,200 yen, I think. Yeah. Actually, that's two pretty close from here.
I think I saw one near Kaikon. I think I saw one near Kaikon. Oh. Oh yeah. What I was going to say. And fuck, I forgot. Yeah. Okay. But what the fuck? Yeah, I forgot how to say. But yeah, like the security thing here in Brazil, in Japan in general, it scares me. Like I don't know about France. I think should be safer than than Brazil, but not maybe the same as Japan. But like if I draw like leaving my cell phone here just to go to the bathroom and come back, like in Brazil, I think it's okay, but I'm not. I don't feel comfortable doing this.
Like if you do this in France, and actually we talked about it with some friends lately. Like you leave this for 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. You just go to the toilet. You come back. There's nothing left. And no matter how many people are around, nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to see it. It's just like that's going to be difficult for me when I go back to France. Like all these kind of small things that I adapted to my life in Japan. That's going to be difficult. The prices of like yesterday we were like complaining about izakayas are like 4,000 yens, and you stay there 2 hours and you eat and drink whatever you want, as much as you want. Well, this one was only, of course, so you didn't choose the food, but I mean, some of them can do that. And like 4,000 yen is not even the price of just a small restaurant in France, and just one dish. Like you don't even get the drinks. Like also with I think the nomi hodai, like the all you can drink was 1,200 yen, right?
Yeah, plus 300 of like
Uh,
house.
Yeah. 1,200 yen is not even the price of a beer in France. So
In France, do you have nomi hodai? All you can eat, all you can drink.
all you can drink, definitely not. That's impossible because that would be too much of a waste of money for them. I guess there must be some places where they do that, but it must be so expensive. Like just the all you can eat is very, how to say this? Like it comes more from the Chinese restaurants, Chinese
Really?
culture. So I think the most common all you can eat restaurants are Chinese restaurants, and it's just like self service. So you just go there and take whatever you want. So you don't order. That's one thing. So you don't know how long has it been here like this. So a lot of people get sick when they go to all you can eat places because sometimes I don't know, it spent like 5 hours there, and of course if it's meat or something you can get sick pretty easily. But I know that there are also some like pizza all you can eat places and stuff like this, but I mean just about the food, it would probably be around 5,000 yen Yeah, probably 5,000 yen, almost 6,000 yen for all you can eat. Yeah,
Any kind of food? Like pizza, all you can eat pizza is 5 6,000 yen.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Crazy, crazy. Because in Brazil they have a lot of all you can eat. Like different from Japan, it's like no time. You just like pay once, and then you kind of stay how like as long as you can.
It's also no time in France.
Oh, okay, okay.
You stay as much as you want, but considering the price, I mean,
Yeah, yeah, like 6,000 yen. I think it's
yeah, I'd rather sleep there.
that's true. Like in Brazil, they really like this like all you can eat. So there is like sushi, sushi, pizza, of course, pizza, like pasta, like all kinds of pasta, like yeah, all kinds of pasta, and it's also really famous Brazilian barbecue, churrasco. It's also very famous. What else? And like hamburgers, and sometimes it's all of this together. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So and it's I think it's very like there are a lot of types, like for example on Brazilian barbecue it usually like there is some guys waiters, he brings you the meat, so there is not like from the thing but like it's hot, so you don't have this problem, but they are also have like buffet thing where you go there and put there, so yeah, I think it might have the same problem as you. And it's common to have sushi on this buffet on like Brazilian barbecue, so it's crazy, like very crazy. And there are some that like they include drinks, but it's not common. Usually drinks are apart
Yeah,
because oh yeah, there is a lot of like that. But I think it's also I don't know here about in Japan because I don't think I went to many tabi hodais, but at least in Brazil it's kind of common sense that like the all you can eat foods are like worse quality, like or they are tiny or something like that.
I think here because, like we said before, like tabe hodai, nomi hodai is in the culture. It's something that is in Japan, and that's one of the only ways to spend the night in Japan. Because also there is, I didn't say that earlier, but the reason why they go outside also to eat and drink is because the neighbors and stuff and the houses and apartments are not very well isolated, so it's very common to have complaints from the neighbors. So you cannot really do parties at your house, or if you do it, you gotta be very careful. So because it's part of the culture to go in restaurants and stay there for 2 hours, like I think that the tabe hodai is not bad quality food, because like for example, we've been to one, I think we talked about it yesterday, but the gyoza one that I mentioned yesterday, the gyoza tabe hodai, it's a gyoza restaurant, and just the tabe hodai is one of the options that you can get there, but it's renowned for being a good gyoza restaurant. So they don't like give you the cheap ones for tabe hodai. It's just okay, you stay there, but you pay for the time that you stay. So you can stay 2 hours and you can order as much as you want. And because gyoza in themselves are not something very expensive, so I mean, if you want to make worth your money there, you gotta eat a lot. So they I think that's not about how much food you can eat, but more about the time that you stay there, that they cannot have other clients.
Ah, okay.
When I think in France, like the tabe hodai is more something of a challenge. Like if we go to tabe hodai with friends, it's like okay, we don't eat for the whole day before, we don't eat anything, and it's the first one that make the business down. After we leave, there's no food left.
Yeah.
But here it's just like you go there and you pay for the time that you stay. That's all.
Yeah, I think Brazil is the same thing. People like have a lot of crazy strategies. Don't eat, and then while they are eating, they like drink like Coca Cola with like I don't know how to say, like it's like some medicine for so it's
We have the
it's
same.
it's it's crazy. About the price, I think it's around 2,000 yen, the
For-
cheapest. Yeah,
In Brazil?
in Brazil. But like sushi, which is more pricey, more expensive because it's fish and it's like Japanese food is very like uh,
Fancier.
Yeah, fancier. So I think it can get around 5 or 6 thousand yen. But like I think you can get like maybe 2,000. It's very cheap, very cheap. But I think the common is like maybe 3 or 4 thousand for that. And yeah. But yeah, I also think it's different because like in Brazil, usually when you have this kind of all you can eat, it's guys serving you. So you that's why they can like they change it like like they also has like plates you can order or you can order this. But like as they it's different, so like they can like change the way. It's not like here in Japan where you have to oh I want this and then he goes there and prepare for you and brings you. So I think this is my a little bit different. And also because of this culture of I have to eat as many as I can. So
Yeah.
maybe the guys like shrink a little bit so you can like eat a lot or think
Also,
it.
but maybe the I don't know, but Brazil, like how big are the restaurants in Brazil compared to Japan?
Compared to Japan, it's way bigger. I think the smallest one is even bigger. Like I think it's like 100 people plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so something like here in Japan. For you guys don't know, I don't know if I ever went to a place which is like big, like more than I don't know.
Sushi, maybe sushi. Sushi restaurants are. I think sushi restaurants are the biggest I've seen in Japan.
I think chain foods.
Mm.
No, even chain like
McDonald's is
yeah. Oh no, actually, like the McDonald's from the university,
Oh yeah, this
quite
one, this
quite
one
big. But
yeah, yeah.
the one near Kaikan, it's
It's crazy. It's a hallway. It's not a restaurant. It's a hallway. You have like 5 tables of 2 people. That's all.
yeah. But yeah, it's very different. It's very different from like Brazil. It's like a lot of tables, a lot of tables. Very very big, very big. I don't know. Maybe it's because like Japan is not a big country.
Yeah, and I think also it's maybe again the culture of how the restaurants are perceived. But if you go also to like in more countryside places, you have these small restaurants that are only held by very like elderly people, and I think for them the restaurant is more something like intimate places, like smaller. When maybe it was not like this in France before. I don't know, but I know for sure that now the restaurants in France they are like very big places. You gotta have a lot of people because you need to make like the money out of it. And I don't know. It's getting not less fancy, but I don't know how to explain the feeling. But here in Japan, it feels like it's very small and yeah, cozy places exactly. But in France, it's more like business. It's real business. Like they open restaurants because they want to make money out of it. And so here, yeah, like seeing all the restaurants, it's very very small. And izakaya especially, like the first izakaya I went to, it was literally like the whole place for us. And I was like, now I'm getting used to it. But the first time I saw it, I was like, so I asked the Japanese students that were with us. I was like, so this is common, like in Japan, you have the whole restaurant just for you, and just the two people holding the restaurants, like just for you the whole night, and it's 3,000 yen. It's it's unconceivable. I think in any other country.
Maybe. I I don't know. I think about the, I think that their culture is very minimalist. Like even like the buildings, like the cars are very like squared ones and very
Minecraft
tiny.
cars.
Yeah, Minecraft. Like this is one thing that I like. First of all, was the hand. The hand is different. This is very different.
Oh, you
But
also, you also drive on the right side in Brazil,
left.
like the driver's left, with the driver's seat is on the left. So
right side. Yeah. It's different.
yes,
I think only here, British, like only British colonized countries in Japan for some reason. use the reverse. Besides the whole word, I think it's normal.
Mm.
But yeah, and I think it's too square. Like if it's not imported, I think it. I always see this shape of like square, and in Brazil it's like usually like a more rounded shape. I would say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The standards are of beauty of cars are not the same.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's funny because like a lot of things change. Like not only cars, but I don't know a lot of yeah a lot of patterns. Like what is beauty change, and like even yeah, I think in general they I don't know if it's because like their mean stature or something like they like I feel like everything here is small like the like the restaurants as we said it's very like 5 6 like 10 tables per restaurant and the like the cars are very tiny and the clothes are very tiny and the sometimes even the food is very tiny like to be honest like I okay I might not be a measure standard because like I do like I don't eat like breakfast so I can eat more at like lunch and dinner so I might not be the best like measuring but like I usually order the big portions from all the restaurants and I think like 80 to 95% I'm always like okay yeah, like sometimes I'm like full, but I'm like Japanese full, like where they say like, oh, I'm 80% full, so I stop it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and I'm taking like the biggest portion for them, so I'm like, yeah, it was like yesterday. Like yesterday, I was very hungry, and then I ate it, and I was like, oh. Usually I was like not eating, but like yesterday I was like, man, I think I really want to eat more. And like yesterday after the karage namban, chicken namban got it, I ate it, and I even felt like oh I could eat more, but I was like no that's okay.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
too much money.
Exactly. That's why also I didn't really want to order again. I was like, oh, maybe Insta is going to get more. I'm not sure should I shouldn't I, but it's the same. I think like you said, everything is smaller in Japan. Bad jokes apart, but most of the stuff is smaller. Like even the snacks, for example. And when you go to do your groceries, I feel like everything is too small because like in France, I would do groceries for 2 or maybe 3 weeks, and I would just like freeze the meat. And here in, which is probably more the American way, but here in Japan, it's like you do groceries like twice a week, thrice a week, maybe sometimes, and they don't have this like the way they buy stuff is they literally buy to their convenience. They don't like overbuy. So all the snacks, all the I don't know, all the food, everything is like in just the amount that you actually need. And in restaurants, I feel like it's the same. Like when you order something, like for example, when you go to these old countryside restaurants, you don't even have the size option. Like they will just ask you probably the size of the rice, and that's all. And every time I finish, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm full. I think I'm full. The only difference is, but that's the French culture. I'm used to eating dessert every time, every like lunch, dinner, every day. So it's more like every time I finish eating, I'm like, okay, I'm full. I feel full, but now I want my sweet stomach to be full also. So I need something sweet to eat, which is something that is very difficult here in Japan. That's why I go to the company every morning and I just show up in class with something sweet to eat, because it's I don't have enough here of this. But maybe it's not maybe, I'm sure it's better. I should adapt to this because I don't think it's good to eat the sweet stuff every day. But it's just a culture, I guess.
And so what is your opinion about like Japanese sweets?
Too sweet.
Really?
Yeah, way too sweet. It's and also very like fake. I don't know how to say that. Like the flavor, like for example, when you get something fruit flavor, or like for example, I love to drink juice. I drink a lot of like juice with nectar, and here you cannot find this. It's just basically like sugar with some random fruit flavor and a lot of water. So it's I just my mouth feel overwhelmed It's just too much. So for me, like all the sweets are too sweet, and like the chocolate, for example, I love dark chocolate because that's also one of my ways to not eat too much sweet stuff. So usually I can eat like chocolate after lunch or dinner, but here I cannot because the chocolate is just super sweet, way too sweet. It's like I just a small bit of it and I'm done. It's too much already. Yeah.
Like, I'm not the biggest sweets fan. Like I like, but I like more like usui, more subtle flavors. I don't like strong flavors. So I quite enjoy here. Like in Brazil, they have a lot of like sweets there are really sweet. You know, like
Mm.
if there is no like 2 kilos of sugar in it, like so like I think they mean the average of like Brazil is too sweet. Like they
Mhm.
put a lot of sweet. So usually I like more subtle ones. I think like and I don't enjoy chocolate that much. So I don't know. But like the ones that I eat here in Japan, I really think not that sweet like compared to
Compared to
Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah. And I like the cream they do they have a lot of here. It's cream
Custard cream.
custard cream. I like it.
Yeah. This one is good because we have the same kind of cream in France, but actually the one in France is too sweet for me, and this one is perfect. The only thing that I don't like here is like if they could get the cream out and like all the pastry here, I don't like it. It's too foie foie, like too. I don't have the English word, but yeah, like too exactly too much. So you don't feel like you're actually eating something. It's like melting. I don't like this. Like for me, if you have like custard cream, for example, in pastry, you gotta have something that like is a bit not crunchy, but a bit stronger, so that you can feel the difference of the yeah. So I miss this, but in general, like I think the image of foreign food that they have here is completely wrong. Like you can get all the furan supan, like they call it here. You will never see this in France, and yeah, it's impossible. And I've talked to like a lot of also different foreigners, and everybody says the same. Like if for example if you go to a Peruvian restaurant here and you get Peruvian food, it will look like it, but the taste is so far off. And same for French cuisine, and I think probably is the same for everything. Not that the fault is on them; it's just like they don't have the same ingredients, so they can try as much as they want, but they don't really import. I think not that much. I haven't seen a lot of imported food here, except in Costco. I don't know if you've been there, but Costco is good for this.
I was going to say in Costco. I think it's the only place that I saw like when were talking about tiny portions like Costco that are like
Yeah,
huge. I was like shocked. Like I was like, oh man, I'm in America where the small portion it's
I think
size.
that's American Costco. I think Costco is American. That's a common like grocery thing in America, where you can buy like big
Yeah.
big portions.
I got like in shock because like usually on the supermarkets and convenience like the biggest one is like the size of your hand or less, but then in Costco like the normal size it's like the size of my body. I was like, what the fuck, bro? That's
And that's not even that expensive.
yeah. So yeah, and yeah, but yeah, I like and but another thing is like I feel like that half of the desserts are like from France, like a lot of feel like obviously there are like the from Japanese. But I feel like on the Family Mart there are a lot of like French cuisine, or at least seems. Yeah, yeah I don't. I think they import a lot of from like near countries. Like there are a lot of Chinese, Korean.
Asian countries are yeah. That's way easier. I mean, I think that's just also because they adapt stuff for the for Japanese people, because there's no point in like for them at least there's no point in doing in doing a restaurant like for example a French restaurant for French people because they don't have that much of immigration, so for them it's pointless. But for us, at least in especially in France, because we steal a lot of cuisine. I'm sorry for this, but we have like it's very difficult for me to define what is French cuisine, because we just steal everything from everybody. Because we have a very strong immigration story, so and colonization, let me say. But yeah, so in France, if you go to a Lebanese restaurant, for example, you will have Lebanese food imported, imported ingredients, held by a Lebanese, and you will have like a real immersion in the country if you go there. But here in Japan, if you go to these kind of restaurants, like foreign restaurants, it will probably be held by someone that is somehow related to the given country, but the food is going to be made for Japanese because they won't have that many people coming from the country. So, and probably it's different for Asian restaurants, but I actually like Koreans. Maybe do they have Korean restaurants?
Like I talked to some Chinese and I don't think they like I
They
like
hate it, actually.
they yeah, that's what I was going to say like I don't think like how can I say it like Chinese like spicy food, Japanese don't.
Yeah.
They're like the norm. Like usually like the weakest Chinese. It's crazy because like every Chinese that I know, it's like it's not spicy enough.
Yeah,
All the food in Japan is not spicy enough, and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? How do you mean like it's not spicy enough? Like, and they are like not spicy enough. And I've ate some snacks from China, like because a guy from my lab is from China, and we have some Chinese from our class and on my floor, and sometimes they give me like some food like, oh, try this out, try this snack, try this food, and I'm like, is it spicy? And they are like always they are always like that. No, it's like amari karaku nai. And I do the first bite and I'm like, you fucking liar, man. They're like, and I say I tell to them like, oh, this is too spicy, and they're like, no, but like a Chinese of 5 years old can eat this, like, and then I'll be like, fuck, you guys are this stranger, like, but like so. Yeah, I think like for Chinese food, they usually don't like it because it's just not spicy. And also Korean do also
is also super spicy.
Yeah. I think like this region, like China, Korea, Thailand, Vietnam, all like they all eat like super spicy food. For India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh.
Actually, there is a lot of Indian curry here, but because also curry is one of the things that are very imported here in Japan. So you have a lot of Indian curry restaurants here, and they're super good and very spicy.
Actually, my floor mate, she's from Sri Lanka, and she recommended like an Indo curry on Temunkang. I'm planning to go, and like she also told like she said like if she doesn't eat spice food, her stomach hurts.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Like she said like that, like, oh, if I don't eat spicy food, my stomach hurts. I was like, bro, what kind of level is that? Like crazy.
Some people just eat way too spicy, but like you said, the spiciness here, that's a thing that I see every time I try to eat something spicy. It just ends up being sweet somehow. I think they have a misconception about what is spicy, because every time I get something spicy, it ends up sweet.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, what's happening here? Like even the Nene Chicken is it's like a chain restaurant from Korea, so a lot of Korean people go there also, and apparently I don't know the Korean one, but apparently here for them it's super sweet. And when I tried like the spiciest that they have and tried, I was like, yes, that's not spicy, that's just sweet, which is very good, but that's just sweet chicken, that's all. Yeah, but I think that's the case for most of the food here. Finding something spicy is very difficult, but like in Kaikan, for example, the shared kitchen, it happens often that the Chinese are cooking real Chinese food and just cooking it, and my eyes hurt and I'm choking, like literally. It's and I eat spicy food. I like spicy food, but this level, I think their palate must be dead or something. I don't know.
like well, something similar happened. We hold like welcome parties for the floors when someone new came. So we went to the floor of Yucca, and like there were a Sri Lanka girl, I think it was Sri Lanka, doing some like kare, something like that. Bro, she just put it some like spicy powder. Like, bro, everybody, literally like 10 people started coughing like crazy, and she's like
Yeah,
no reaction.
you
And like
have all the smoke that is like literally choking you, and
yeah. No, it wasn't even smoke. She just put it like the powder, and the powder is spread, and everybody was like crying,
Yeah.
coughing. Bro, I was like, me and everybody was like, are we eating this? And after that, she said like, oh, I made a easy version, like a not so spicy version. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like these people are like crazy for spicy. Like
But they've been eating spicy since
Yeah.
they were born, so
it's I think it's too crazy. Like oh my god, yeah. And yeah, I think I didn't think like Japan cuisine food was sweet, but every like Chinese and maybe Korean says like, oh, it's too sweet, too sweet. I like it. I won't lie.
yeah, I like it too. The only thing that I don't like about Japanese cuisine, but is more like you like after spending like the past 2 weeks eating only in restaurants. Uh, I feel like you choose between oil and like something super greasy like udon, ramen, abura soba and stuff, or like something fried, because they have a lot of fried food. So I don't know how to explain this, but eating too much Japanese food makes me sick. Like if I eat only Japanese food for like 2 straight weeks, like I did, and I cannot anymore. I need sometimes just like normal chicken, or just plain rice, or I don't know how to say this, like something that is not fried, that doesn't have like half a bottle of oil in it. So
Too much oil. Yeah, that's true. Like actually, one of like I'm here for like 4 months, maybe around 4 months, and like one thing that I'm already missing is like food, man. Like Brazilian food, like, and it's hard because like as we said before, they don't like import like that. There are some like on Costco, there are some like frozen food, like pão de queijo and like French. Oh, by the way, we have French pan in Brazil, but it's not like
French one?
French pan. But it's I don't know. I don't think it's French. For can you search it on your like you see it like Brazil.
Ah, Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil.
Le pão francês.
This is
Oh yeah. Actually, I buy mine in Costco because this is the closest to what bread is in France.
oh so
Like this, for example, this is the like tabe hodai bread. So if you go to a bakery, you cannot buy this because we have two types of baguette in France. So you have the ones that are like made in a mold. We call them molded because that's just like a plain shaped baguette. So it's exactly like this one but longer. And you can have also the smaller versions, but it's more like in the tabe hodai restaurants because it's the cheapest version. It's the easiest to make. And then we have the traditional bread. The traditional
longer.
baguette. Yeah. So
in Brazil there is the longer version too, but it's called baguette.
so you have this, yeah, like this. with like flour on it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So with flour on it. So this is more like the traditional bread that you buy at the bakery, and then you have this one. Yes, which is
Oh no, this is our baguette.
yeah. So this is like the cheapest version, which is not bad. But usually this is the one that we eat probably in breakfast. I would say this is the one that we eat at breakfast. It just depends on people, but this is the cheapest bread.
Oh, so it is similar.
It's exactly the same taste. The one that I have in Costco, it's literally the same taste because that's also the easiest to freeze.
And it's like so it should be the same ingredient because like in Brazil it's like um flour, egg, and water, something like, and salt, just like that.
Yeah, that's for every kind of bread. That's more or less the same, except the flour that is different. But this is not about the ingredients, but more about the way it's made. So this one is made like in mold. So usually what they do is, especially nowadays, even in traditional bakeries, these ones are frozen and made in a factory, aside like they produce a lot. And then the other ones, the more traditional one, are the ones that are really handmade because you can see that the shape is uneven and stuff. So this is
Crazy, didn't know about that. Nice. Let me see. Yeah. In Costco, I found a lot of Brazilian frozen food, like this French bread and pão de queijo. Pão de queijo. It's translates to cheese bread, but I don't think it's like cheese bread like people eat. It's I don't know. It's like Brazilian thing.
it's stuffed with
No. It's made of cheese. Like it's like a kind of bread, but cheese when you do it.
Okay.
So
you put cheese in the batter.
yeah. When you're making it. So yeah, it's very good. I will bring it to the seventh.
Hot dog?
Yeah.
Onegaishimasu. I wanna try. When it's cheese, I mean.
But like, as it's frozen, it's I'll be honest. Like the one right off the oven, it's so good, man. Like I'm missing that. But like the frozen one, I think it's okay. But oh boy, like fresh food.
What is the thing that you miss the most about Brazilian food? What dish?
I think like right now it's like feijoada. It's like stewed beans with pork, a lot of pork. It's super heavy food, but it's very good.
It's red beans.
No, it's black beans. Black beans. I don't know. We call it black beans on Brazil. I don't think it's red beans. It's black beans. You steal it and yeah, and then put a lot of meat, like a lot of like strange parts of pork, of like nose, the nose and
It's a stew. It's a stew. Like, so you eat it with the sauce, like the.
yeah. Usually it's like rice, feijoada, this is stew, and then there is like farofa, like orange, and like there is like a vegetable that I forgot the name, but you like yaki
Yeah.
and with bacon, yeah, grilled with bacon. It's very good. It's very famous. Like it's so famous that there are some restaurants. It's very common that some restaurants have like one day specific for that. Like they are self-service. Like they are like specific menu for the day. And like usually it depends on the city, but usually like every Wednesday or Friday or Saturday, but like every usually like for example my city I think it's usually Friday, like they only serve this, and then everybody it's like the day of eating this kind of food, and it's very good.
You think it's the most famous dish in Brazil?
I think inside Brazil I would say pretty much, but like I think outside Brazil it's Brazilian barbecue. I think Brazilian.
Actually, yeah, I think I cannot name a Brazilian dish like this. Like I cannot think of a
I think Brazilian barbecue is the most exported thing. I think.
What's
I don't
the
know.
difference with like a regular barbecue?
I don't know, man.
The stuff that you put is,
I I think it's the way. Like I don't know how it's like French barbecue, but for example, American barbecue they have the those thing. This is
Actually, I
this,
think barbecue is again not really a French thing. That's just a thing that we stole from the Americans or maybe South America. I don't know.
but because like in Brazil there are a lot of ways. Like I think Argentina is more famous than us for like barbecue parrilla and all. Well, I think ours is pretty famous too. I think like for example, Argentinians are so famous that they name it their own cuts. So there is like fuck I won't remember now, but there's Angus bacon, Angus black, Angus, and which is like
That's the beef, right?
yeah, yeah. There is others like there a long time that I don't eat, so I don't remember. But there are some like when you read in Brazil, you say, oh, this is like Argentinian name.
Yeah. So you're expecting very specific parts of the meat and very
Yeah, yeah.
specific meat.
Like it's like I didn't like to be honest, I'm not like that much of a like a meat expert. So I just asked my father like why like why this is called like for example a very like Brazilian cut is called picanha. So why this is called picanha and this one is like Argentinian. And my dad just said like oh it's just because they cut it different and the way of cutting it's called this. It's like way of cutting and where you cut it. So like picanha it's like the whole back from I don't remember, but it's like a whole part. Like if you don't take out the fat, it's called another way. If you take out the fat, it's called picanha. And if you cut like if you take only the like the tip of it, it's all other names. So it's like the way you cut it, they name it differently. I think it yeah, at least in Brazil, I think it should be like and like this is different like the cut and the way you do it like for example there are a lot of ways I think the common way it's just like it seems like that this but you don't have this upside part yeah the yeah, yeah.
I don't remember the name of the thing.
Yeah you don't have like you just take it out and just like normal thing yeah but like for example in the south region of Brazil it's famous for like I don't know the name it's like churrascão anyway it's like they take like a big stick put a big meat and let it like cook it for like 12 hours 24 hours so it gets like a long time and it gets super good because it's so yeah there's a lot of different types I would say probably Brazilian barbecue yeah I don't think people know much about Brazilian food. I don't think it's. Oh, recently acai.
Mhm.
I think a lot of people don't know it's from Brazil, but acai, I think it's maybe, yeah, it's not like food. It's more. It is a dessert, but it's very famous, I think, worldwide.
Yeah.
Uh,
I didn't know it was coming from Brazil.
Yeah, like yeah.
Like for me, because I never saw this before coming to Japan, so for me it was a
Oh,
Japanese
okay,
thing.
okay. Oh yeah, it's definitely not Japanese.
Sorry.
It's like from the Amazon. It's an Amazon fruit.
Okay. Yeah, that's the same thing. Also, the South American like fruits and vegetables. Well, maybe not vegetables, but fruits. I know are very different from the ones that I know from France and like most of the ones that I see here. So I like even when I see the name, like for me, it doesn't mean anything. I'm like, what is this? Is this even fruits? I don't know the taste.
Yeah, I think yeah, like this, like different from Japan here. Like a lot of things here are way cheaper than Japan, than Brazil. But one thing that it's, I think like meat in Brazil probably is more cheaper and vegetables, bro. Like in Brazil, I could eat like literally like a bowl of salad like this because it's cost nothing. Yeah, but like lettuce this size, it's like Nihakuen, which is like
Yeah, it's the same in France.
yeah, which is like I think it's too expensive. Like so like in Brazil, they have a lot of like vegetables and like, kind of stuff, so it's very cheap. So like if you're on a diet, usually you can eat a lot of, you can buy a lot of like vegetables because it's cheap and you can eat a lot of them with low calorie. So this is another thing I'm missing. Like I
Yeah.
can eat a lot of
Vegetables and fruits here are really crazy. Like vegetables are, I think, the same price as in France, which is expensive for being here, of course. But fruits are crazily expensive. Like, fuck the name, watermelon. Like buying watermelons here, it's they don't even sell the watermelon. They sell you like cubes or slices, and it's already like 10. And you're like, what the fuck? Like how am I supposed to go through the summer without my watermelon? I want it. Like I always have one in my fridge, and I just like cut parts. Like no, that's too expensive.
And in Brazil there are a lot of types of fruits, like because it's too big. Like a lot of regions there are like regional fruits. So like even I know, I heard the name, but I've never tried, or I only like tried the juice, like juice, but I never ate it. But there are, yeah, I think there is way more like, yeah, like
Also, Brazil is like very big country, right?
yeah, very very.
You have also very different kind of climates
Yeah,
and stuff, which is not something that, well, they do have actually here in Japan, but at least in France we don't have that different kind of climates. We only have like few different cultures, like cultivated fruits, sorry, and vegetables that you can do. But I basically know all the fruits and vegetables that exist in France, which is I think different for you because
Yeah. No, like Brazil has like basically, if anything, nothing has changed from my school. It's 5 biomes. So there is the Amazon forest on the northwest. There is the Caatinga, which is like a kind of desert. There is where I live. It's called Cerrado, which is like a kind of savanna, and like São Paulo, which is very famous worldwide. It's they call Mata Atlântica, which is like kind of a jungle, and on the south is more like there it's more mountain and stuff like that. So like every region has its like own typical fruits and something like that. Like, for example, in the Amazon there is like a lot. Imagine on the Caatinga, on the desert there is a lot of like when on the this like Caatinga desert is very touristic. Like people go to for traveling for like, and there are a lot of fruits that I've like don't know, and sometimes they I don't know why, but like there is a fruit called kaja, and another called kajamanga, another called like umbukaja. Like all they have like the same thing, but
it's the same fruit, but it's different variations, species, and
yeah, like it's not the same. It's like different
Okay.
fruits, but like the same name. Like some part is the same name. Like maybe they like the same family. Maybe not. Like I don't really know. Like it's a lot of. Oh, by the way, another fun fact is like in Amazon, people usually eat acai as like food, normal food, not dessert. Like it's rice, fish, acai.
because I've seen also I've seen this in Japanese restaurant, the acai bowl.
Yeah, but this is dessert.
Okay.
Sweet, because actually what is export from Brazil, it's like it's not acai like pure. It's like usually has like syrup, like sugar syrup or some syrup or like guarana syrup, so it gets like sweet. But the but like as like the guys live on Amazon, they literally can like just pick the
The fruit and
yeah the fruit by itself, like sweet, like and then they took out and they just and then there's the thing, and like the fruit by itself, it's not sweet. Like it's kind of like the real taste. Like for me and a lot of people, it tastes like earth. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Because I don't know. So like, but like it got actually, I think it got famous worldwide. It's because it's like there is acai. It's like the purple thing,
Mhm.
which I said they already put a lot of syrup, but like they top with a lot of like sugar thing, like so chocolate and caramel syrup, chocolate syrup, and like condensed milk and everything. So it's so like the dressings are so sweet that you don't.
That you don't really feel the fruits in the
Yeah,
end.
you don't really, and I think honestly it's that's why like people really like acai. It's because there are a lot of sweet
Yeah,
stuff.
that's because that's super sweet. And
Yeah, and then you put it like and like that is super sweet, and then you put it like something just to have something on our mouth, and then like the dressing is too sweet, so it steals all the flavor. So yeah, I think this is the major reason. I think might be wrong. Right? Yeah, and like people from the north always get like mad because everybody when they hear of like people outside from there, even like other regions from Brazil, say like, "Oh, I love acai." It's always about the desert, like
yeah,
sweet acai, and they don't get mad, but I think they get it like sometimes bothered.
they don't know the really acai.
Yeah, they got like, "Oh, you don't really know acai, the real acai. You have to eat like with rice and fish." And but for us, even for us, it's very different because it's like saying like, "Oh, you should eat custard cream with rice," and then you got like, "What the fuck? Why?"
Yeah, makes sense. But I think like it overall the image of the food from abroad, from other countries that we have, come from very specific dishes. So I think it's very common that main ingredients like this, like people don't even know the taste of it, they just know the dish, the actual dish, but can they like really tell what this tastes like? Because like if they are not in the country, they cannot really buy it. So for example, like here in Japan, I think most of people have very specific conception of what acai is supposed to taste, but they never went to Brazil, so they don't have the fruits in itself. So but I get that it can be annoying for people that actually know the thing.
But it's funny. It's funny because like it's very far away here from Brazil, but like even inside Brazil, people also do that. Like, oh, you should try it. You should try it. You should eat the real one. So it's very funny. Uh, I was going to say something about. Oh, we got really into the food stuff. It's good. The bad thing is I'm hungry, but
Yeah, me too. I was thinking the same. I want my acai now.
well, have you tried acai before?
No?
Have you eaten acai before?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, but like you said, the syrup. I tried the smoothie
Okay,
that they have here, acai smoothie, and but none. So for me, that's something super sweet. That's I can just see that it's purple because of the wrapping of the, the thing, but that's all. I don't know.
Also, you enjoy it. You like it.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
Like I did not order here because first it's very expensive because it's like imported. Second because I have in Brazil, and like
Yeah.
even in Brazil, like as it's imported from Amazon, it's kind of expensive, and like I did not try it, but like we went to Gasto, and some Japanese girl like said like, oh, I wanna try it. Then she ordered, she ate it, and she was like, oh, I don't like it, and I was like, why do you don't like it? Usually it's like very sweet, like.
Yeah, it's just basically sweet.
And he said, "Oh, I don't know." And I was like, "No, let me try it." But like, I think they put it like something like citric. I don't know, and like I think it was very like the acai was not very sweet, and then they put it like no, I think it was like yogurt, something like I think it didn't fit
Yeah,
like
but
no. I wanna,
yeah, sometimes they have weird ideas with the dessert. I don't get it. That's like the coffee float. I don't know if you ever tried this. I don't get this. It's like they put ice in the coffee and then they put like whipped cream on top of it and then they put a lot of stuff. And I'm like, what? Why doing this? I don't understand.
It's like a frappe.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, kinda.
more.
They also, yeah, that's the same. They love the frappe thing, but for me, it's just like putting all the sweet stuff that they know together in just one dessert. And I don't get the flavor.
Yeah, they have different standard of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, I will pause it. I really need to go. We are back. Oh, by the way, you're studying Spanish, right?
Yeah, sí, claro. I'm doing Duolingo.
Sí, claro.
I'm doing Duolingo. My level of Spanish is very close to a newborn. Yeah.
Sí, 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 sí.
Sí, 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 sí. But actually, we're supposed to study Spanish in France. You have to choose between Spanish and German when you're in middle school. So from middle school to to the end of high school, you're studying another language. So you have English, which is mandatory, and then you can choose between Spanish and German. But I chose German. Don't know why. Yes, no, I still wonder.
You know German.
I know German. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I cannot speak German, but I know German. Like when they speak, I get bits of what they say. I just like forgot all the grammar and all the stuff. But yes, technically I should be able to speak German. But yeah. So most of French people they take Spanish. I would say at least 80% of them take Spanish because we're super close to Spain. And
Aren't you super close to German also?
yes, that's true. But there are more countries speaking Spanish, so I guess that's why people choose Spanish. And also, Spanish is easier for us to learn because we're Latin speakers. And German is more. I personally I chose German because I was good in English. So and German and English are close. I just chose the easiest way. But yeah, I regret it now because I don't use my German at all, and I don't have any acquaintance with German culture. Like I'm not very interested in Germany or anything, but like like I'd like to travel to Spain, and yeah, I ended up closer to Parisian culture. So, so yes, now I'm regretting that I took German in high school. But what do you learn as second languages in Brazil?
It's yeah. I don't know how it's right now, but when I did, it's English, and there were like on the end of middle school, like last year, like last 2 years of middle school, you could choose between English and Spanish. And after on high school was the two of them were mandatory, I think, or it was opposite. No, the 2 years of middle school, the two of them was mandatory, and then high school, you could choose between English and Spanish.
So
So-
have to study English in high school. You can
Yeah.
you can avoid studying English in high school.
Yeah, because like on our like university entrance programs tests, usually you could choose among English, Spanish, maybe French, but English and Spanish you could. This for sure. Maybe French, but like these two for sure you could choose. So like, and usually high school is very like centered around like you going to the next stage with the university. So
Yeah.
they say like, oh, you can choose between English and Spanish, because like when you go to make the test, you choose the one that you pick up. Oh, yeah.
So you study two foreign languages, or in middle school? Sorry. And
Yeah.
after you choose just one.
Yeah, I chose English because I didn't have I'm also kind of like on middle school I had Spanish classes. Now I'm or was it whole? I'm having lapses of memory. Maybe high school was also Spanish was mandatory. I know like one of the years, some year it was like you choose between the two, and the most of the years I had Spanish. Anyway, like I did have a lot of more than 2 years, at least 2 years of Spanish classes, but I learned nothing.
Yeah.
Like Brazilian people like know a lot of Spanish because like there were like El Chavo and then and El Chavo, like a lot of Spanish culture, like a lot of singers like Shakira and I know Rebelde. It's a program, I don't know if you know, but it's like a teenage show, like the Vampire Diaries for, but or no, not the but like the one that that movie where the girls wear pinks on Wednesday, like Mean Girls, Mean Girls.
Ah,
It's that vibe of like high school. It was
movies.
yeah, but it was a TV series made by Mexico maybe, and it's got like super famous in Brazil. So like we have a lot of influence, and like obviously like we only have like Spanish speaking countries around us, so like we have a lot of influence of Spanish, and we have like the thing that I told you, like the Portuñol.
Yeah.
Yeah, we which like the you use like Fatima said that it's a Franyol, just basically like you just try to mimic and like you probably will get it. So like everything I know, it's mostly because of this. You just like try to mimic the Spanish accent, but I also didn't took like I think if I had more effort, I could have learned more and like for
Probably like if you were to go in a Spanish speaking country, you would be fluent in no time, like probably 3 months, and you'd be good.
yeah probably like any the Mexican girl said like she met a Brazilian guy in when she was in Portugal, and he started like doing Duolingo, and like in 6 months he was fluent
Yeah.
in Spanish. So I think probably like I regret it because like now like we have a lot that we have a lot of Spanish speaking countries, like we know like Peruvian, Mexican, Spanish, yeah, Spanish people. So I got like, oh, if I know Spanish,
More Spanish.
yeah, I could like be more talk more to them and even
Yeah.
practice my Spanish. But yeah, Shogun, I like
But there is that's true. There is like a lot of Spanish speaking country in general, but here in Japan also there is a lot of representatives. Let's say.
I even wish to study more because like there are a lot of people so I can train it, but like I think Japanese it's already overwhelming. Like
Like, that's why I don't get too much into Spanish now because Japanese is already a lot of information and it's super far away from our mother tongue. But yeah, I think at some point if I like same if I was going to Spain or like in any Spanish speaking country, I think I would be fluent in no time because I can already like understand when people speak Spanish. I just like I understand parts of it, but I just cannot speak Spanish or like I just Franiel. Yeah.
yeah, it's yeah, like and because like I think I'm putting quite an effort for Japanese, so I'm also like cool down on Spanish, but
Yeah, we do a lot. We do a lot of Japanese, so we see it everywhere. We hear it every day, and we do like 1 hour and a half a day of Japanese classes. Of course, it's very difficult to keep up with another language in the meantime.
do well, where did your interest from Japan come? Like learning Japanese because your major is English, right? English teacher.
Yeah. I think like most people, because of Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, just I always wanted to come to Japan. I was always interested into like Japan culture, and of course it started out with manga and animes, like a lot of people. But I don't know the fact that it never left me as I was growing up, and like starting to get to know like the language a bit and learning the like the kanjis and a bit also other parts of the culture. Sorry, I'm making you. But so yeah, it stayed there. So I was like, okay, now I really need to do something and try to learn more Japanese because the way we teach Japanese in France is not good. It's very difficult. Like when I was studying in France, I was very good in Japanese. I was very good in Japanese classes. That's why my teacher like praised me to come here. But when I arrived here, I just realized like how shit my level was. Like I was barely N5, which is the lowest level you can get. And when I see all the other countries and like for example all the Brazilians, they speak very good Japanese. The people from Mexico also speak good Japanese. The Peruvian also, they had very good Japanese classes. So I don't know the Chinese, not to say, but when you
They don't count. Yeah.
yeah, they get the easy mode. But when you compare the level of in Japanese of every country that we meet here, I think France is probably the worst country in Japanese level. All of us French students, even the ones that are major in Japanese, they arrived here. They were like I N4 level, not even N3, I think. So yeah, I think that was the only way for me to learn Japanese.
Yeah. Oh, you have an N5.
I got the N5 before I got here. Yeah. Because I thought it was mandatory. Yeah. But it was not. And when I got here, and you do the placement test,
Yeah.
and the thing starts speaking, and you don't get a clue of what they're saying, I was like, okay, I'm screwed. Like they wanted to put me in level, like the lowest level,
Yeah, one.
level 1. But I think just because they're putting all the French students in level 1. And then he asked me like Nishitsuru sensei was the one who did me the interview, and he asked me like, do you know this? Yes. Do you know this? Yes. And do you know this? Yes, of course. He was like, okay. So you can go in level 2 then. And because also the placement test here is very bad. Like
Oh,
It's- you think so? Yeah, it's like, do you know hiragana? Yes. Okay, so you can go to level 1, and then all of a sudden you jump from knowing hiragana to knowing like 50% of the grammar already. Like
You mean like the gaps from level 1 to 2, 2 to 3? That's it, or
like the
placement test?
yeah, in the placement test, the placement test in itself, how it's made. Like I did it again this semester. That's why I got to level 4, and it was super easy to me. But last semester when I arrived, I didn't understand anything. That's how like big the gap is. Like I could understand it. It was easy for me now after one semester in Japan.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like most people that did the test, I remember the first day, everybody had no clue, was so lost, and the only one who did good in the test, the placement test the first time, were the ones that were already speaking Japanese. They were like, for most of them, Japanese major.
Yeah, yeah. I also has only N5, so we're on the same.
You got it also. You got the test also.
Yes, 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah, maybe more than 10 years ago.
So
But like,
do you have? Sorry. Do you have like a goal in your Japanese level?
yeah, like, so like, because I'm Japanese Brazilian. Since I was a kid, I studied Japanese, but I never like it was a Japanese school inside of a church, so it wasn't like they didn't have like a realized schedule, like a plan of like, oh, so it was more fun. Like I learned like hiragana, katakana, a little bit of kanji, but it basically went for fun. But I could pass like in 5. But after that, I stopped it because I entered high school and I wanted like to focus on like studying for university and stuff. After that, like I completely stopped. I come back like I study on like Japanese class school of university for 1 year, but it was more or less on the pandemic time. It was ending, so they were like, oh, we're going like on site, and I was like, no way, I'm going like, because my home is like 40 minutes by car, so I'm not going there just for the classes. And then I studied 1 year, and then I studied like for 2 or 3 months before coming here with my cousin because of this program. But like, I do have a Japanese goal, because or else I wouldn't be like making this effort. Like I wouldn't be like caring that much about learning Japanese.
And maybe you wouldn't have chosen also coming to Japan.
Yeah, like maybe I like like living here. I realized that like you can live in Japan and don't know Japanese at all. Obviously, like you will lose a lot of like opportunities, like
Yeah.
making
Social
yeah,
contact and stuff must be very difficult when you
Yeah.
don't speak a word of Japanese.
yeah, like your social life. It's when if you don't speak Japanese at all, it's basically Yugakusei or ALT pro teacher. Like
But
only
actually,
foreigners.
it's very very common. Like in Japan, there is a lot of immigrated people, especially in Tokyo. I think it's less the case here in Kagoshima, so we don't meet them. But if you go to Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, maybe, but like the very big cities, there is a lot of people that have been living there for I don't know 3, 4, 5 years and don't speak a word of Japanese because they are in a company that speak English in their everyday life. I mean, you don't need to speak Japanese to go to don't know do your groceries and stuff. And if you need to do administrative papers, you just like translate with your phone and you can do it. So I think it's very common there to have people that don't speak Japanese and live there, which shows that you can do it. But maybe here is a bit more difficult because on top of like not knowing Japanese, they don't know English. Most people don't know English, so even the students that we are with here at the university that are supposed to speak English, they don't have a clue when you speak to them. So I think it just depends.
Yeah, like it's like you can leave, but I think it's not recommended. But yeah, like so, like the reason like my reason is basically to be able to speak. And previously, like this program that I mean, it was like N3 required. You're required to have N3, but like I have five. Yuka and Aldo have four. We are on the same program, so not really like required. But I think it's like you should have it. If you have, probably you're gonna pass it. So like before,
Now you can pass the entry. Maybe just the kanjis.
yeah, kanjis is very worse. But maybe. But like I wanted to do it like to enter this program, but like
Before arriving, of course.
Yeah.
Like if that's the thing also in the level in Japanese. So when I arrived here, I was like N5, and to be honest, I was like low N5. But between the N5, N4, N3 level, as a package, I think the gap is very big in between each of them. Like people that get the N5 and people that get the N4 have a very like big difference in level, and same for between N4 and N3. I think you cannot like just study 2 months and get to the next level. That's what I mean. But above the N3, then it gets just picky vocabulary and keigo and just a lot of understanding of the grammar and stuff. But the vocabulary, I think, in between N3 and N1 is more or less the same. It's just like synonyms. So I think if you have the N3, you can live here comfortably. You won't have any issues.
so like before coming here, I had this like goal, but like as I'm here now, I really like don't have a purpose to like do the test
Mm.
because it's
It's pointless actually. Like
Yeah.
the test first. Most of Japanese people before what happened recently with the prime minister didn't know about JLPT. They didn't even know it existed. So now they know because they've seen all on TV on the big screen. Okay, all the immigrants if they want to come, they have to get the JLPT N2. But before that, I think most of them didn't even know it existed. And in fact, the test is the Japanese way of doing tests, which is very questionable. Like most people, like for example, the Chinese students, most of them they can get the N1, but they can get the N1 because they can read kanjis. But actually, they cannot read kanjis; they can understand kanjis, which is very different. And I don't know if you met Shusa. Is one of the Chinese students that arrived at the same time as me here, and he got the N1 when I arrived. And actually, he told me he speaks very good Japanese, of course, but the kanji part he didn't study at all. he didn't need to, because it was just basically understanding the catches and then just like writing what's in the text in the Q&A part. That's all.
I think the most thing different is like the readings. I don't know if they have
Yeah,
readings.
the reading is completely different.
Yeah, but like on the test, you don't have to
You
write.
have to, but you have to choose.
You have to
Multiple
choose.
choice case question. Yeah.
Like you don't have like to write the reading, you know.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
which for
Exactly.
Chinese would be harder. Like for yeah, if you had to choose like the meaning, it's easier for them. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because of course, when I say that, I'm not saying that they don't know anything about Japanese. Of course, if they get the N1, they are good in Japanese. But I mean the difference in level. Like for example, if I was to get the N1, I would have to study a lot, because for me, I don't have a clue about kanji, and so it's a lot of information. But for them, it's only already like 20% of it that is known.
Like I know a lot of people who have like N2 or yeah, a lot of Chinese that have N2, and like they say like oh, like they basically say like oh like I can speak Japanese, but like like speaking is the only thing that JLPT doesn't test, right? It's like writing, reading, listening. So you you can like get to anyone without speaking at all. So there are a lot of people. Like for example, like the Chinese girl from our class who only comes Monday, Tuesday. Link, she's the N2. Yeah, yeah, she's N2. But like she can
She can, yeah.
she
She speaks good Japanese, but yeah, she has to think a lot when she speaks.
yeah like she I think she freezes a little when she speaks. But like she said, like oh I can hear, I can hear, I can write, I can read just fine. Because also her major is Japanese. Like a lot, not a lot. I think most of Chinese that I met here were either like agriculture because Kagoshima like Nogakubu it's
Yeah.
big, or Japanese. And like every time I asked some Chinese like why did you choose Japanese, it's kind of like they say like yeah that's what I could get it, and I was like oh, okay.
But also because they're living close to Japan,
Yeah.
so for them it's like for example, for like me going to the UK, and also they learn Japanese in school. Like the Koreans, that's also the same. Like they can learn Japanese in school, which is not something that we can do. So I think it's not that it's not that it doesn't make sense for them, but it's more like the easy way. Like for them, it's way bigger of a thing to go in Europe, for example, or in America, than coming to Japan or
It's like it's like Spanish for us, like
yeah, exactly.
it's easier. Yeah. Nice. Oh my god, 1 hour and 20. I think we spoke. Can speak more after. Bye bye guys.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Luca.
listening.